Hey, welcome back to Midday Kentucky, everyone. The start of the week, it's a little drizzly.
I know.
Look who's back from travelling all over the globe.
World
Miss
travel.
Katie
Welcome
Solo.
back.
How are you, my friend?
Oh, doing well. Thanks for having me back. I know David was doing a great job last week filling in.
He also said, do we need to have Katie back?
Oh, no.
It's a bit tough. We'll get to your trip in just a moment.
Yes.
You also went away on the weekend to say goodbye to Doug.
I did. I drove down to Columbia, South Carolina over the weekend to see Doug and to have our last goodbye before he actually has to go to Afghanistan.
We gotcha.
Last week of April, he's going to be going to Afghanistan.
And
So-
Doug posted a bunch of pictures online.
Yeah.
Looks like he's in
did?
good spirits with
He's
your
doing
visit.
he's doing weapons training right now,
Yeah.
and you know he's pretty busy. So, but
Okay.
it was a really good weekend.
Okay,
How
that's
was your
good to
Easter?
hear.
Did you do anything? Go out for
Easter?
brunch?
No, well, I was busy on the weekend. I was hosting an event, and it was the Prevent Child Abuse Awareness Campaign, but we'll get to that in just a moment. I want to share everyone you've got us some pictures.
Yeah, I
of
wanted to
your
show you
trip
how a great
and-
trip. So it was a trip through Croatia with some stops in Bosnia and Slovenia, back through Croatia, and then home. So here's some pictures. The Adriatic Sea, so gorgeous.
her
Take a look at that
basking in the
crystal clear
sun.
water. Yeah, a couple other pictures to show you. We'll just scroll through them. Of course, wine tasting. This is the birth
Everyone
of Zinfandel.
knows you like a bit of a drink.
Yeah, but Zinfandel's. The birthplace of that in Croatia.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun. And so we visited some vineyards. That's gorgeous. That's actually the edge of Bosnia. I had no idea that that was up against the coast. So that was so much fun. We also saw some different parks and things like that. Troy, you mentioned Game of Thrones.
I think
shot
we talked
in Croatia.
about this the other day.
So this is one of the medieval castles where it is shot. It's in Dubrovnik, southern Croatia. And that was pretty cool. Of course, it was cheesy, and did the Game of Thrones tour.
Can I ask you regarding the Game of Thrones castle? Sorry, Lisa, I was cutting you off there. Did it look like you went into the castle, and of course it is still getting filmed, and you know, was there any filming going on there at the moment?
No, there was no filming going on at the moment.
Could you tell it was part of?
You could definitely tell if you've seen the show. So we went to King's Landing, where everyone knows.
Oh, you did?
And then further north in Split, in Diocletian's Roman remains, the palace there is where they shoot the dragon in the basement scenes.
Oh, really?
And so we went down there. That was very cool. But yeah, King's Landing, I think, was the highlight. That was
But
awesome.
you sort of you got the essence of a feeling that.
Oh yeah,
it
well
had
of course
been
I was cheesy and did the Game of Thrones tour, so it was people
Oh,
dressed up in
perfect.
costume. It was so much fun. And I took some side-by-side photos of me in the castle and like the movie scene. I'll have to show you.
Well, I actually really like those tours because you
it's so
don't always,
fun.
and I always think when you go to a city, you go onto TripAdvisor.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay. And I'm not joking, everyone. It's the best thing you could spend your money on, because if you don't know all about that area, to go onto TripAdvisor and then they give you these guided tours, they're a little bit more expensive than just going on your own. But it really is the best thing, and you meet so many people.
so many people. We did some lovely food tour and wine tours. And that was a lot of fun. And then, of course, the national parks. And Troy, you always make fun of my style. Well, here's one of the parks that we visited.
Oh
How
my gosh.
gorgeous. It's just crystal clear water. This is just on my iPhone. It's beautiful there. But, of course, before I hit the parks, I had to get dressed for the park. So I had to show Troy this because he makes fun of me. I wore yoga pants the whole time. And I had to bust out the fanny pack.
They don't
to be
look
a
like
real
yoga
tourist.
pants.
Those are yoga pants.
Well,
They're just belled at the end.
Right, okay.
But they're still yoga pants.
So you were
what do
wanting
think
to
of the
show me
fanny?
this because you think I laugh at you when it comes to...
Yeah.
Well,
So are fanny packs appropriate?
Most certainly not. What are you? Can I just say this? And I want to say this, and it's not me judging because I haven't seen that so much now. I'm in America. But in Australia, when Americans used to travel and they'd all arrive, the pensioners or the senior citizens, and look like that, and they'd say, "Oh, sir, I forgot. Just let me get my money out of my fanny pack."
Yeah.
And well, that means something else in Australia. So we don't want to know what it means. But we were like, you keep your money where? Like, it just took a while. And we all thought that Americans looked like that because that's all we ever used to see.
Well,
is
I
all
have
the
to tell
travelers
you
with their
that
fanny packs
now
on.
that I did that for a week, it was so fabulous. When I got back yesterday, I went out for brunch. Well, I went to an Indian restaurant.
Don't you dare
but
say you
I
took
wore
your
the
fanny
fanny pack.
She's bringing it back. I love it.
I love it so much. So
Don't you ever bring that out in public again, especially in town.
It's kind of a flat fanny.
Okay, because I also have something similar, I will say to you, but it's a brand, and it's somewhere that I put my passport and money and.
Well, that's
you
what I
know,
did.
Yeah.
But now here, I just wanted to.
Yeah,
be
but
my
you've got it
purse.
sitting around here. I sort of have it that goes across.
Kind of
it's like
cross-strap.
a backpack type, but it's a little Gucci.
I'm bringing the fanny back. This
yeah.
was not Gucci. I got it on Amazon for like $10.
Oh, we could tell. Hey, I just wanted to say, I finally went out to the horse park on
good.
Saturday. How gorgeous. I'm sure most people watching the show realize how beautiful it is. I've never been out there yet, and I'm so looking forward to the 3-day event.
Oh, do you have some pictures?
Well, I also went to MC an event, which was the Child Prevention Abuse Month. Remember we did this a few weeks ago?
I remember we had them come on the show.
There was probably about 200 people out there, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It all started off at 8 a.m. And I have to say to you, this was the gorgeous
that's a nice
executive
picture.
director
That is a nice
that came onto the show 2 weeks ago and asked us if we would be part of it. It was really beautiful. Lexi, who the race is named after, who died a few years ago, 4 years ago, in her step-grandmother's care. And I heard the story. I don't want to talk about it on TV. It was horrific and very sad, and it actually brought a tear to my eye, to be honest with you. And someone actually said to me last night, how do you MC a 5K run? Well, let me tell you. I made a few mistakes because I started off with the kids, and there was someone dressed as Captain America, and he was 3 years old.
Aww.
Oh my gosh, he was so cute, and he started running on his own. The crowd went crazy, but I said, and here comes Superman. Well, did I get in trouble from the parents
boy.
and the kids? He's not Superman, he's
Captain America.
Captain America. Oh,
and I was
Troy.
like, I don't know who that is. I need to get children. Anyway,
do.
that's
You
what
do.
we did. There's all
Oh,
it.
wonderful.
and
What
it-
a great cause. I'm glad you're able to be out there
Yeah,
supporting.
well, it's something that I believe in, and something I've always wanted to be part of. I was part of it in Utah and also here as well, so I think it's really important. I really met some great people who are going to come on here from the police force, by the way, that are going to come on and talk about some things that they do when it comes to children's pornography and what their action is here in the state of Kentucky. It was really interesting.
wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know how they prevent it and how they go after these people, and it was really interesting,
Oh,
Katie.
good.
It was
That's
really great.
interesting.
Now, just stepping this way a little bit, not to you, but stepping off those topics.
All right,
and we're going to get back
time
into
for table
table
talk.
talk.
Our first
You ready?
topic.
And I thought this was really interesting. New research has suggested that couples who are free to date other people whilst in a relationship end up having a better relationship. It's more trust, less jealousy than what it would be if
What
you...
is that a picture of?
What? What?
We already had this discussion earlier
What are you talking
today.
about?
What was that picture?
I don't know what?
Never mind. That one.
It's a guy holding a woman.
Oh.
And the wife is calling. Can you not...
Yeah,
It looks
okay.
very risque.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I didn't understand.
How old are you two? 3?
But okay, back to the topic of open relationships. So,
Pull it together, you
I
two.
can't even imagine doing that. I really can't. I can't imagine having an open relationship like that. I'm
Are
just
these
kind of
marriages? that they're
Marriages
talking about?
and you
dating.
know, and dating. They were saying that open relationships in heterosexual categories, the people that they met up with and did a survey, there was 2,100 people they did, and they were saying that when you have an open relationship, that there was more trust and there was better satisfaction in your relationship than what it was if you weren't in an open relationship. But
I'm shocked by this.
well, let me tell you the rest of the content. It says, however, the team found that ratings of jealousy and trust were actually, but I just said that, better for those in a heterosexual open relationship, contrary to what society presumes, okay? And the other result was overall the outcomes for monogamous and consensual non-monogamous participants were basically the same. So us in a relationship, okay, is still the same, but there's more trust and more and less jealousy in an open relationship for your partner.
But doesn't the definition itself, an open relationship, doesn't that really skew the study? Because that way, I mean, those folks are already open to that idea.
Well, here's the thing. I actually have a couple of friends back home in Australia that have open relationships. They've been together 20 plus years. And they are as tight as tight. Now, when they have an open relationship, because I was curious. I questioned them. I'm like, do you play together or do you go your separate ways?
Yeah. I mean,
They
that's a
play
good question.
together.
All together.
All together. And I was like, okay, I know personally I'd be the most jealous person. I could not
There's no
cope.
way.
I would rip something. It would just be too much for me in a relationship for me. But I also see, you'll see a few Hollywood actors that have been talking about it. I've forgotten her name. She was in, I think she was in The Help. She was saying that she has an open relationship and is perfectly fine with it. Do you know what I mean? It is out there.
I
All right.
just
I
don't
wouldn't
think
even
I'm made
desire
like
that. I just want one person.
I do too.
And that's like,
You know?
I don't know.
Well, each to their own. You two, well, I can see you're quite prudy considering you thought it was the funniest thing looking at that picture. Like, seriously.
That picture was
All right.
Like turning
It-
red.
Can I just
It's
say,
getting hot in
we
here.
talk about breast implants, butt lifts, facelifts, and you think that was risque?
I thought it
Well,
was.
I was telling you what happened to me when we drove up to Slovenia last week, the end of our trip. We
Oh,
find
yes.
this fabulous wellness spa. It looks great in the pictures. I showed you some pictures.
Yeah.
Hot tub,
Stunning. It
sauna.
was
It's
stunning.
stunning. So we drive up to it. And it wasn't very crowded because we got there early in the morning. So they give you robes. And of course,
This
we
is
have
good.
bathing suits on underneath. We get in our robe. We go out to the hot tubs. And we're the only people in this gorgeous, like, resort, but it's only adults. And after we sit down, we just see naked people walk by.
She's in a naked spa resort.
I thought, how Euro? Like I was so embarrassed. I wanted to just crawl into my robe and.
Well, here's the thing. Did you disrobe and
I know, that was
disgarment?
that's
Or you were
exactly what I was
like,
thinking.
I'm
I
out
was
of
like,
here.
look at it out of there. I did not disrobe.
I
so-
don't think I could
I
handle
just
that
feel
either.
bashful. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I understand. Hey, we're talking about something that's going on in New York as well. Now we're going to the other end again. We're
Yeah,
all over the
we're
place
all
here
over the
today. New York is trying to pass free
already
university.
passed.
Oh, it has
already
passed.
passed, yep.
Tell us about that when it comes to college. And as you all know, that I don't believe that you have to go to university or college to be successful in life.
Exactly.
So give us the
Exactly.
details.
Well, New York State is the first state that has approved this for free tuition, a program for free tuition for middle class students. So it's anyone that makes less than $125,000 a year, they do qualify for free tuition.
Can I just say, I don't think there's a lot
How
of
is it
people out
funded?
there earning
It's funded through the
100.
state.
Okay, so sorry,
funded-
it's under 125.
It's,
okay.
yes, under 125,000 per year, they qualify for this. Now the lower bracket kids that are making less than 50,000, they already automatically get
Already
their, yeah, that's already covered. So it's kind of that between the 50 and the 125,000.
Can I just ask a question? Call me naive because I haven't been to university here.
Mm-hmm.
You just said, is it parents that are earning less than 50,000?
yes.
Their children get free university?
Yes.
Or they have to pay back the university fees?
Well, they do not have to pay back the fees. Here's the catch: once the student graduates, they have to stay in the state for the amount of years that they received the funding. So if it paid for their full 4 years, then they have to find a job in New York State and stay in the state
And
for
pay
4
taxes
years.
in the
Yep.
state.
Yep.
I like that. I
That's-
like there being options, and we've talked about before. I lived in Georgia for a while, and they had a similar program, but anyone could go to the state university for free, with the catch that you have to maintain a B average or higher, and if you fall below that, then you have to start paying. But I love that there's that option of if you want to go. I think you should be able to go if you're maintaining the grades.
Right, right.
I
And,
love that.
and naysayers are kind of saying, well, students aren't prepared for that type of, because if they move out of state, if they take a job outside of the state, they have to pay that loan
Well, I
back.
think that's fair that they
I
should
think
pay
it's
it
fair.
back.
And they should, and
It's
they-
just like
Especially
being
if
in the army.
taxpayer
Exactly.
money is paying for it. But in Georgia, that was funded through the lottery, which I thought was really interesting.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Interesting.
All right. That's all we've got time for on Table Talk, everyone. Coming up after the break, stick with us, everyone. We're going to tell you about a fantastic event over at Wells Plastic Surgery. Mrs. Wells, nurse practitioner, will be in the studio talking about what you're getting up to. I'm also going to be out there live for GDK
DK tomorrow morning. Yeah, we're
Stick
excited
around,
to see
everyone.
that.
You're watching Midday Kentucky.